So our cubital fossa is actually a triangular hollow fossa that is situated in front of elbow joint. So let's discuss the boundaries of this fossa with the help of diagram. So here this is our pronator teres muscle and we know that it's present on the medial side. So this will be our medial side. And this is our brachioradialis muscle and it's on the lateral side. Here this muscle has two borders. One is this, that is our lateral border, and the other one is the medial border. Same with the brachioradialis muscle. This is our medial border and this is our lateral border. So the cubital fossa is bounded medially by the lateral border of pronator teres muscle, and laterally it is bounded by the medial border of brachioradialis muscle. The base of the fossa is formed by an imaginary line that is passing in front of the two epicondyles of the humerus bone, and the apex is formed by that point where these muscles cross each other. So now let's discuss the content of the roof. So we know that our roof consists of four parts. Let's move from superficial to deep. First we have our skin, then superficial fascia, then deep fascia, and the last one we have our bicipital aponeurosis. And in the superficial fascia we have our median cubital vein that connects the basilic vein and cephalic vein together. Okay, floor consists of two muscles. One is the brachialis muscle and other is the supinator muscle. So now let's discuss all this again with the help of another diagram. Here again, see this is our pronator teres muscle and it is present on the medial side, whereas this muscle is our brachioradialis muscle and it is present laterally. Here this is our supinator muscle and it is forming floor along with the brachialis muscle that is also a part of floor. Now let's look at the content of this cubital fossa. Here we have our mnemonic MBBR. When we move from medial to the lateral side, first M stands for median nerve. Here it is represented. Next B stands for brachial artery. This is our brachial artery. Then another B for the tendon of biceps brachii. And last R is our radial nerve that divides into deep and superficial branch. We will discuss it now. So the first content from the median side is our median nerve. Okay, it gives branches to flexor carpi radialis muscle, palmaris longus muscle and flexor digitorum superficialis muscle. Next is our brachial artery. Here in this fossa our brachial artery terminates and divides into two branches. One is the radial artery and other is the ulnar artery. The radial artery is superficial and it gives radial recurrent branch, whereas the ulnar artery is deep as compared to the radial artery and it gives anterior ulnar recurrent branch, posterior ulnar recurrent branch and common interosseous branch. This common interosseous branch divides into anterior and posterior interosseous branches. The posterior interosseous branch gives further a recurrent interosseous branch. Okay. Next we have the tendon of biceps brachii muscle and the last content is our radial nerve. Here the radial nerve moves from the medial to lateral epicondyle to become a part of cubital fossa. It divides and gives two branches. One is the superficial branch and the other is the deep branch. The superficial branch continues on the front of the arm, whereas the deep branch it continues on the front of the forearm, whereas our deep branch it pierces the supinator muscle and it gives supply to extensor carpi radialis muscle as well as our supinator muscle. So that's all about cubital fossa. If you like this video, click on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.